Hi, lovies. It's your girl, Allie here. And I did a quick live about 15 minutes long, about an hour ago. And I figured while I have the place to myself, why not go a little longer? Okay, so we're using our Sacred Rebels Oracle, Guidance for Living an Authentic and Unique Life. Now, earlier we received the message that something new has shifted for us. And this latest creative venture that we have going on, we won't be working through this, bringing it into fruition alone, and to trust our inner guidance. And now we have received Going Beyond Normal. Okay, this is 14. And as you know, I like to read from our book, so there's no miscommunication, no misguidance. And for those of you who are interested in angel numbers, we have received the number 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. Now I've been seeing 555, 222, 111, 1111, 777. 777 is my favorite, but I digressed. Let's see, we have received Going Beyond Normal. On the path of life, there are deciding moments where we can choose to go with the mainstream, or we can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way, even if it seems riskier or less safe. To rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for an existence that is far too dry. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. Your confirmation. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a point. You could say that the choice is about balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture, and more about integrating all approaches so that you enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Placing science or architecture above all else kills off the rebellious heart. Steadfastly relying on logic, proof, and complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. Basing decisions on limiting factors with an imbalanced measure of success is unnecessarily limiting. This approach prevents us from living freely, spontaneously with trust, so that we can rebel against the need for things to go strictly according to plan. Choose to value your decisions based on passion and instinct, and trust in life enough to embrace it as an adventure and let it unfold as it will. Okay, some of us are all about being book smart, others all about being street smart. We are being guided to blend, okay, not just art and science, architecture and the such, but incorporating all of our many gifts and talents. Sometimes seeing something from another perspective actually broadens the horizon for us. So, go beyond normal. Don't stick to what you normally know. It's okay to try something new. Now we have Heaven Sent and Focus on the Lights. And I just want to show you that in the Heaven Sent, right, the mind is all lit up. Okay, consciousness is lit up. And we also received Focus on the Light. So with these two cards, just the imagery, I'm going to tell you now that you will be receiving downloads from the ethers, from the most high, from your spirit team about your latest adventure. Whatever this new creation you have, you've been creating in your mind, it's about to come to fruition, okay? And you won't be alone during this journey. You will most definitely have the help, okay? So take time to meditate. Take time to set yourself apart from the rest. Take time to decompress and allow yourself to receive your downloads. Okay, God doesn't just talk to one of us. He speaks to all of us in ways that we understand. And that's different for each of us, okay? Big, bold vision. So yes, we are receiving wonderful information from God. He's giving us the answers that we we were seeking. Some of us ask those questions daily, and it's important that we take time out to sit quietly to receive the information. Okay, no two answers are the same, and he doesn't approach each of us the same way. So big, bold vision, again, with this light. So I'm telling you, something that you had going on upstairs, whether it be questions or ideas, it's coming into fruition, and you have to be willing to listen and be fruitful, okay? So big, bold vision. This is number 15, okay? So reading for the book, so there's no miscommunication. I gave you my interpretation. Here are the facts. You were not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big. Even if you have absolutely no idea about how your visions can come to pass or what all the details may look like, you can access the heart and guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it will all work out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You are an active, contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life journey. There is something, a vision or an idea, that is coming to you. You may worry that it is too much for you, but don't worry. It is meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make and some tweaking to do as you let go of your limited thinking and open up to a fearless acceptance of bigger, brighter, and more radical and more potent possibilities of creatively living your light in the world. Live. Let your light shine, okay? None of us shine the same, so it's important that you bring your A game and I bring my A game, and we create the most magnificent blessing, the most magnificent miracle that we possibly can. Okay? A sign that you are cracking out of your limited thinking to allow for a big, bold vision to come to you is that you might feel a little dizzy with the shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. You may wonder if you are allowed to access so much wonder. Remember that in your healing and growing success as you manifest this big vision, you can touch the hearts of others through your presence, your inner work, your art, and your choices. It is a win-win situation. Those who are meant to live big, bold, and visionary lives need to give themselves permission to break the mold and forge newer, more expansive perspectives of what is possible, what is permitted, and what is of service. It's about letting go and opening up. Others will benefit from this. Even though it is your vision, it is not just about you. I wholeheartedly love taking the opportunity to go live and to share messages with you, because I never know who's watching and who could use the inspiration and the uplifting word. Okay, so far we have allow your creative ideas to manifest. And don't worry about the outcome or so much the small details. Allow yourself to be used by God to do the most magnificent and wonderful thing in the world, okay? The perfection of your life. And again, we have this beautiful white light in the background. So I'm telling you, God is speaking to you. He's sending messages, whether it's in music, it's in a dream, it's in a conversation you overheard with a stranger, maybe a conversation you had with a loved one. These ideas are not just yours. They're coming from a higher source. And it's your job, no, it's your responsibility to allow God to work through you, okay? It's not just about you, it's not just about me, it's about us. It's about the collective. And as you know, love always wins. And that's all we can really ask for, okay? The perfection of your life. Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different to the ground view, which can be quite a violent experience. So too, there is a great beauty in your life now. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing it as an anxiety-inducing rather than beautiful experience. You may sense it as internal chaos rather than beautiful. You may feel it as something that is waiting to erupt from within, a restlessness or an anxiety that you cannot quite articulate but sense vaguely nonetheless. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheaval, or change and uncertainty in your world. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I've actually sensed something the past week and I can't quite place my finger on it, but I know that there's a shift. I can feel the shift. I can feel the change. And although there's slight chaos around me, I am in the world, but not of the world. So what isn't meant for me, I do my best not to allow it to affect me. Whether the chaos seems subtle, strong, internal, or external, this oracle brings the same message for you. All is unfolding according to a perfect higher order. You are currently enduring a cosmic spiritual storm, which is having an impact on you. It is clearing things out, ruffling feathers, and preparing you for a lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that no one experiences after the storm has finally passed. I'm sorry, I'll read that sentence one more time. It is clearing things out, ruffling feathers, and preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that one experiences after the storm has finally passed. Okay. We already know that what was is just that. We are learning to let go of remorse, guilt, shame, those feelings of betrayal. We are letting go of what no longer serves us and ushering in this new life. No matter how subtle it may seem, there's something very new and very fresh taking place here. Okay, so maybe it's the ending of an old relationship, or maybe it's the beginning of a new one. Maybe you let go of an old job, perhaps you're starting a new one. Maybe you've made new friends or started working on this magnificent project that you have yet to actually start, right? It starts in the mind. So as for the physical manifestation, you could be struggling with that, but no worries. You are absolutely not alone in this. You aren't the only one experiencing this shift in consciousness. You aren't the only person experiencing this ushering of new energy. So again, what was, what is, and what will be, will be. All you have to do is remain positive and conscious of your choices. And as long as you're not harming yourself or anyone else, you're on the right path. So one more card before I let you all go. And please feel free to say hi in the comments. Like, subscribe, join me on YouTube at the Phoenix Priestess 128. Okay, and we have received Defend to the End, the Worthwhile. We actually received this in our last live, so I'm going to read it for you here. But Defend to the End, the Worthwhile, number 23, 2 and 3 plus equals 5. So again, we're going with the 555s. Fives. Okay. Defend to the end, the worthwhile. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for your heart to throb with this life is worthwhile. You know what's worthwhile. That's confirmation. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside. For the heart is our key to living an authentic life. What is there once that is compromised? Without its foundation of truth, we are to be forever lost in confusion, doubt, and despair. You are a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief and also the grief of the world. You have raged at injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it is exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, "Oh, stop being so sensitive. Stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about?" The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. Even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than to anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps in your path of the sacred warrior. They are no less important than the most noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great devastation. Being vigilant with what it is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens the sacred warrior and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. That darkness will be intelligent and sneaky. It will tell you that it doesn't matter, that this one time you can forget what you promised, that you're just one person and that you can't make a difference anyway. That darkness will lure you into a sleepy ambivalence and dull your light if you allow it to. The sacred warrior within will fight with love and honor to be true to what has meaning and never, ever allow it to be cast aside, even if it seems easier in the moment. The sacred warrior finds joy and humor in life to prevent the seriousness of the task from stifling the heart that just wants to live and be free. That joy brings strength to the warrior and an expanded, relaxed awareness that can sense the presence of fear, whether it is masked as anger, hate, or doubt, and immediately respond to it with fierce compassion. The sacred warrior would not allow fear to gain a stronghold within the heart. This oracle has special guidance for you. You are being asked to stay strong and stand your ground. This might be a big emotional journey that feels like the fight of your life. It may be in a matter that does not seem to hold much importance. Perhaps, for example, you are contemplating an idea that you feel could be something, but those around you declare it as nothing. Too impractical, too little, or too much. However, what is happening or soon will be happening is worthwhile. So hold tight. Ask for help through the healing process below. Confirmation. Ask for help. Ask for help. There's no shame in your game, love. Just, if you know you can't do it by yourself, then what's the harm? Okay? And for every person that says no, I promise you there is someone out there that will say yes and will be happy to help. Okay. Defend to the end all that is worthwhile. This oracle gains even more significance for you if you have also drawn the new birth, guarded vigilantly in the reading. And we did, in our last reading, we did. So go back to that first reading and take a look, because we are receiving the cards in pairs. New birth, defend to the end, the perfection of your life. So the point of today's lives, I'm on my second one right now, and the message is the same. Do not be afraid for what is coming, okay? Do not be afraid, and do it with all of your heart, do it with all of your soul. Do not be afraid. Your presence, your love, your honor makes all the difference, okay? We've also received come to life and legacy of light, okay? So whatever you have going on in the ethers, or whatever projects have just began to take form, do not be afraid, okay? It's gonna be fine. It's absolutely gonna be fine. You're not in this alone. You won't be completing your projects by yourself. And you actually have God, Source, the Most High, the universe, literally has your back. This started out as something small, and because of you, it's going to be something magnificent. So let go of what was, those emotions, those memories, those feelings that no longer sustain you. Shame, remorse, regrets, betrayal, sadness, grief. The time has come to put it to rest and leave it behind you, because what you have in front of you now is remarkable. And your presence, your love, your integrity, your honor, it's going to make all the difference in the world. You've actually created this position for yourself. So don't back out now and don't submit to fear. Let your love and your light guide you, okay? Discernment and intuition are your gifts, and your integrity, well, that shouldn't be compromised. Not for anything or anyone. You're doing a great job, and I'm so proud of you. And remember, you asked for this, and you've earned it. God is good all the time. I love you, God loves you, the universe loves you, and your time is now.